Top 7 Best 5-Inch Monitor 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. Samsung ODDESSY Neo 9. The best monitor we've tested with a 5-inch resolution is the Samsung ODDESSY Neo 9. It has a super ultra-wide format with a 5120 x 1440 resolution and a 49-inch screen, which is the equivalent of placing two 27-inch 1440 monitors side by side. This type of 5-inch monitor is great if you need a wide screen for multitasking or if you already have multiple monitors in your setup and just want one screen instead. While it's designed for gaming, it's a versatile monitor that's great for a variety of uses, including office work. It has incredible peak brightness and good reflection handling, so glare won't be an issue in well-lit rooms. It works with recent model MacBooks without issue, but you'll be limited to 120Hz instead of the monitor's max 240Hz refresh rate, which is still fine for office work. However, since it doesn't have a USB-C input, you'll need an adapter to connect to it. While the monitor has narrow viewing angles and isn't ideal for viewing off-center, it at least has an aggressively curved screen to bring the edges within your field of vision so that they don't look washed out. Number 6. LG ULTRAFINE 27MD5 KLB. A refreshed version of the original LG ULTRAFINE 5K 27MD5 KB. It is one of the very few 5K monitors on the market that measures at 27 inches. It was designed as a collaboration between Apple and LG, specifically as a companion for the MacBook Pro. In fact, the new Studio Display by Apple seems to offer the same features as the LG ULTRAFINE 5K but with an updated design. The IPS panel on this monitor comes with 10-bit color support, 99% coverage of DCI-P3 99%, and up to 500 nits of brightness. The build quality of the monitor is quite robust, but overall, the design looks dated with bezels that are thicker, especially the top one than most modern monitors. Strangely, there are no controls or any sort of buttons for menu, brightness controls, volume, or even a power button, all of which have been sacrificed for the sake of simplicity. Number 5. Apple Studio Display. Apple Studio Display is the company's second ever external display meant for creative professionals and a more affordable option compared to the Pro Display XDR. It features a 27-inch 5K Retina display with a pixel density of 218 pixels per inch, up to 600 nits of brightness, and supports DCI-P3 color. Notably, the panel does not support HDR. It is available with a swivel mount that offers up to 30 degrees of swivel, or you can pay $400 extra for a height and swivel mount. The monitor also features a high-quality 6-speaker system, including 4 force-canceling woofers for bass and 2 tweeters that amplify the mid and high tones. The speakers also offer Dolby Atmos virtual spatial audio, making the Studio Display the best monitor with built-in speakers. There is also a built-in 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera paired with 3 microphones with noise canceling so you can easily make video calls. The camera supports Apple Center Stage, which can automatically track and place you in the center of the frame. As for connectivity, the Studio Display comes with a Thunderbolt 3 upstream port that supports up to 96 watts of power for charging and 3 downstream USB-C ports. Number 4. MSI Prestige PS341WU. A slightly more budget-friendly option, the MSI Prestige PS341WU is a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor with a flat panel. It is rated to offer 98% coverage of DCI-P3 spectrum and 100% coverage of sRGB, giving it solid color representation, a 1201 static contrast, and VS Display HDR 600 certification. While HDR is definitely a good sign, it isn't what one would call true HDR, as it features only 12 local dimming zones with a typical brightness of 450 nits and a peak brightness of 600 nits. MSI is playing the aesthetics game with the monitor offering a white finish with matte gold accents. While you may or may not like the design choice, it is the build quality that is questionable, as the rear chassis is made out of plastic. Number 3. LG Ultra-Wide 40WP95CW. The LG Ultra-Wide 40WP95CW might seem similar to the Dell Ultra Sharp U4021QW, but overall it is a better monitor. It supports HDR, which the Dell does not, a higher refresh rate, 72Hz vs 60Hz, and support for Thunderbolt 4 for faster bandwidth. It is also currently selling at a comparatively cheaper price. The monitor is an excellent choice for media creation thanks to its high resolution and wide color gamut coverage, while the large size is great for office productivity. It uses a nano IPS panel with a 5126 to 1160 pixels resolution, 98% coverage of the DCI-P3 spectrum for accurate color, and it is hardware calibration ready in case you want to tinker with the settings. As mentioned before, there's support for HDR10, and while it should look good, you do need to consider that there are no local dimming zones, so it isn't extremely bright and the contrast levels are low. Number 2. Apple Pro Display XDR. Apple's flagship monitor comes at a hefty starting price of $4,999, but there are good reasons for that. First of all, it is the best monitor that Apple has ever made. The 32-inch IPS panel on this monitor offers an impressive 6K resolution, 6384 pixels at 60Hz for a total of 218 pixels per inch, giving you more pixels than a standard 5K monitor without compromising on the sharpness. The Pro Display XDR is comparable to some of the best pro-quality reference monitors that are usually priced at over $30,000. The highlight feature of this monitor is XDR, which stands for Extreme Dynamic Range, which is a step beyond HDR, High Dynamic Range. The monitor is capable of 1000 nits of sustained brightness, 1600 nits of burst brightness, and a 1:1 contrast ratio. This makes it 60% brighter than the VS Display HDR 1000 standard, which requires only 600 nits of sustained brightness and 1000 nits of burst brightness. Number 1. Dell UltraSharp U4021QW. The Dell UltraSharp U4021QW was one of the first monitors with a 40-inch curved 5K 2K resolution panel when it launched in early 2021, and it is one of the best in the business. The ultra-wide 21:9 aspect ratio nature of the monitor allows for stacking up to 3 windows easily, while the 2500R curvature should eliminate any off-axis color shift. With a focus on delivering maximum productivity at your workplace, the monitor is suitable for creative professionals as it comes with a color-accurate 10-bit panel that is rated for 100% sRGB, 98% DCI-P3 color gamma coverage, and a Delta E